Have you ever understood English in your mind, but felt unsure when it was your turn to speak? You know the situation. But the sentence does not come out smoothly. That happens to so many learners. And the problem is not always grammar. Sometimes the real problem is that you do not yet have enough ready-made phrases in your memory. That is why this video is so important. Today, I'm going to help you learn 100 common English phrases for daily conversations in a way that feels natural, useful, and easy to remember. But this is not just a vocabulary lesson. This is a speaking lesson, a confidence lesson, a fluency lesson. Because when you learn the right phrases and use them often, English stops feeling difficult and starts feeling familiar. So if you are ready to speak more naturally in everyday situations, stay with me. And before we begin, make sure you subscribe to Daily English, like this video, and comment where you are watching from. Let's begin. Real conversation moves fast. People greet each other. They respond quickly. They ask small questions. They react. They agree. They disagree. They clarify. They move on. That is why common phrases are so powerful. They help you speak faster. They help you sound more natural. And they reduce stress when you are speaking. So instead of trying to translate every word in your head, you can learn phrase patterns that are already used by real speakers every day. That is what we are going to do now. Let's start with greetings. Hi, how are you? How have you been? It's good to see you. What's new? How's everything going? Nice to meet you. Nice to see you again. How's your day going? What have you been up to? It's been a while. How's work going? These are simple phrases, but they are extremely useful. You can use them with friends, coworkers, classmates, neighbors, and even people you have just met. Now here is a small tip. When you learn phrases like these, do not only memorize the words. Learn the feeling behind them. For example, how have you been? Is not just a question. It is a friendly way of reconnecting. That emotional meaning matters. Because English is not just language. It is connection. Now, let's move to everyday responses. I'm doing well. Thank you. I'm fine, thanks. Not bad. Pretty good. Same as usual.
Can't complain.
Things are going well. I've been busy lately. It's been a little hectic. Everything is fine on my side. I'm just taking things one day at a time. I'm doing my best. These are excellent answers because they sound natural and flexible. In real conversations, you do not always need long explanations. Sometimes short answers sound the most confident. Now, let's continue with another very important part of daily English. Making small talk. The weather is really nice today. It looks like it might rain later. It's much colder than yesterday. This morning feels peaceful. Traffic was terrible today. The city has been so busy lately. Did you have a good weekend? How was your trip? Did you enjoy the event? Was your day busy? That sounds interesting. I've heard good things about that place. Small talk may seem simple, but it helps you start conversations without pressure. And for many learners, starting is the hardest part. Once you begin, the rest becomes easier. So, do not underestimate small talk. It is often the doorway to better speaking confidence. Now, let's talk about a very common situation. Asking for help. Could you help me, please? I need a little help. I'm not sure what to do. Could you explain that again? Would you mind showing me? Can you say that more slowly? I didn't catch that. Sorry, I missed that part. Could you repeat the last sentence? I'm a bit confused. Thanks for your patience. These phrases are powerful because they keep communication alive. Many learners stay silent when they do not understand something. But silence is not always the best answer. If you need help, ask for it. That is a skill, not a weakness. In fact, strong communicators know how to ask good questions when needed. Now, let's move to expressing opinions. I think that's a good idea. In my opinion, that's true. I agree with you. I see your point. That makes sense. I'm not completely sure. I have a different view. I understand, but I feel differently.
From my perspective, it's better this way.
To be honest, I don't think so. That's one way to look at it. You might be right. These phrases are very useful in work, class, meetings, and friendly discussions. And here is something advanced learners should remember. It is not enough to know how to agree. You should also know how to disagree politely. Now, let's talk about expressing feelings. I'm really happy today. I feel great. I'm excited about this. I'm a little nervous. I'm tired right now. I'm feeling stressed. I'm in a good mood. I'm not feeling my best. I've had a long day. I'm relieved now. That made me smile.
I'm honestly disappointed.
These phrases help you express yourself more naturally. And when you can speak about feelings clearly, your conversations become deeper and more human. Now, let's move to daily plans. I need to finish some work first. I'm planning to go out later. I might meet a friend this evening. I have a few things to do. I need to run some errands. I'm not sure yet. I'll decide later. Let's see how the day goes. I'm taking it easy. I have a busy schedule. I need to organize my time better. These phrases are useful because people ask about plans all the time. And if you can answer naturally, you already sound more fluent. Now, let's talk about food and meals.
I'm hungry.
I could eat right now. What do you feel like eating? I'm in the mood for something light. This smells amazing. It tastes really good. I've had enough. Could I have some water? Can I see the menu? What do you recommend? I'll have the same thing. That sounds delicious. Can I get the bill, please? Food is one of the easiest and most natural topics for daily English practice. Everyone talks about it. Everyone needs it. And everyone can relate to it. So practicing food phrases is never a waste of time. Now let's talk about shopping. Do you have this in another size? Is this available in blue? I'm just looking, thank you. Where can I try this on? That looks nice. It's a little expensive for me. Do you have something cheaper? Can I pay by card? I'll take it. I'm comparing a few options. I'm not ready to decide yet. These are practical sentences you can use in stores, markets, malls, and online shopping situations. Now, let's talk about travel. Where is the station? Which bus goes to the center? How long does it take? I need a ticket to this address. Is this the right way? I'm here for the first time. Could you show me on the map? I think I'm lost. How far is it from here? Can I walk there? I'm looking for a hotel nearby. What time does it open? Travel English is important because it gives you independence. And independence feels powerful. When you can ask for directions, understand transport, and communicate in a new place, your confidence grows very fast. Now let's move to work and study. I have a meeting soon. I need to send this email. Could you check this for me? I'm working on it now. I'll finish it by tomorrow.
Let me think about that.
That's a good question. I need more time. I'll get back to you later. Let's discuss it after lunch. I've already done the first part. I still need to review it. These phrases are helpful in offices, classrooms, online work, and professional communication. And if you want to sound more fluent in these settings, you need to practice not just vocabulary, but transitions. For example, learn how to say, "Let me explain." The main reason is, what I mean is, on top of that. On the other hand, these small expressions make your English sound more organized and intelligent. Now, let's talk about something very important. Many learners focus too much on big English. They want long, impressive sentences. They want advanced words. They want to sound smart. But real fluency often comes from simple phrases used smoothly and confidently. That is why this lesson matters. A small phrase spoken naturally is better than a complicated sentence spoken with fear. Now, let's continue with home life. I'm going to clean the room. The house is a little messy today. I need to do the laundry. Could you open the window? Please turn off the light. Dinner is almost ready. The internet is not working. I need to charge my phone. I forgot my keys. I left my bag in the other room. Can you help me carry this? These are the phrases that make daily life easier. And when English becomes useful in your daily routine, it becomes more memorable. Now, let's talk about asking about someone's day. How was your day? Did anything interesting happen? Was work busy? Did you finish everything? How did the meeting go?
How was the class?
Did you have a good time? Was it difficult? What happened next?
Tell me more.
That's interesting. I'm glad to hear that. These are excellent phrases for building relationships, because good conversation is not only about speaking. It is also about listening. It is also about showing interest. Now, let's talk about one advanced fluency tip that many basic videos forget. Use sentence families. That means learning one core phrase and then changing it in different ways. For example, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure what to say. I'm not sure if I can make it. I'm not sure whether that's the best choice. This helps you build flexibility. And flexibility is a huge part of speaking naturally. Now, let's continue with polite requests. Could you please help me? Can I ask you something? Do you have a minute? Could you explain that in another way? Would you like to join us? Can I sit here? May I borrow this for a moment? Could you wait a second? Would it be okay if I came later? Can you speak a little louder? Could you send me the details? Polite requests are important because they make your English sound respectful and confident at the same time. Now, let's talk about giving thanks. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That means a lot to me. Thanks for your help. I'm grateful for that. That was very kind of you. I appreciate your time. Thanks again. I can't thank you enough. I'm very thankful. That really helped me. I owe you one. Gratitude phrases help you sound warm and human. They also strengthen your relationships. Now, let's continue with reactions. No way. That's amazing. That's surprising. I didn't know that. Oh, I see. That makes sense. What a shame. That's too bad.
Good for you.
That's impressive. I'm happy for you. These short reactions are extremely useful in real conversation because they keep the dialogue moving. Now, let's talk about giving reasons. Because I was busy. Because I didn't have time. Because it was too late. Because I forgot. Because I wasn't feeling well. Because I needed help. Because it seemed like the best choice. Because I thought it would work. Because I had other plans. Simple phrases like these are useful in daily explanations. And the more quickly you can explain yourself, the more confident you will sound. Now, let's talk about comparison. This one is better. That one is cheaper. This place is quieter. That option is more convenient. Today is busier than yesterday. This book is easier to read. That route is faster. This one feels more comfortable. I like this one more. That seems like a better idea. This version works better for me. Comparison phrases are everywhere in daily life. Shopping, travel, decisions, opinions,
Plans.
so they deserve regular practice. Now, let's move to uncertainty. I'm not sure. Maybe. It depends. I'm not really certain. I'll have to think about it. I need more information. I can't say for sure. That might be true. It could happen. We'll see. I'm still deciding. These phrases are valuable because not every answer in life is clear. Sometimes English learners feel pressure to answer everything immediately and perfectly. But real life is full of uncertainty. And learning how to speak naturally in uncertain moments is a major fluency skill. Now, let's talk about problem solving. I think we can solve this. There must be a way. Let's try again. We need another option. That should work. I'll take care of it. I'm checking now. Let's not rush.
We can handle it.
It's not a big problem. Everything will be okay. These are calm, useful phrases that help you sound confident in difficult situations. Now, let's talk about encouragement.
Keep going.
You're doing well. Don't give up. You're making progress. That was a great try. You'll get better with practice. You're improving every day. Believe in yourself. Stay focused.
One step at a time. You've got this.
These phrases are not only useful for other people. Sometimes you need to say them to yourself. Because learning English is not just a language journey. It is also a mindset journey. Now, let's talk about making plans with other people. Let's meet tomorrow. What time works for you? I'm available in the afternoon. That works for me. I'll confirm later. Let me know. We should do this again. I'll see you soon.
Take care.
Talk to you later. Have a good one. These are small phrases, but they make your conversations smooth and natural. Now, let's talk about interruptions and repairs. Sorry to interrupt. Can I add something? Let me just say one thing. I want to clarify. What I meant was, let me rephrase that. Actually, I think, sorry, let me start again. That didn't come out right. Let me say it more clearly. These repair phrases are advanced and very important because fluent speakers do not speak perfectly. They recover smoothly. Now, let's talk about one powerful learning habit. Don't just repeat phrases once. Repeat them in different moods. Say them calmly. Say them quickly. Say them with surprise. Say them with gratitude. Say them like a real person in a real conversation. That is how phrases become part of your speaking instinct. Now, let's continue with agreement.
Exactly.
Absolutely. That's true. I agree. You're right. Definitely. For sure. I think so too.
I feel the same.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I couldn't agree more. You took the words right out of my mouth. Agreement phrases are simple, but they are everywhere in conversation. Now, let's talk about soft disagreement. I see your point, but that's true, however. I understand, but I think, maybe, but I'm not sure. I respect that, but I'm not completely convinced. That's one possibility. I have a slightly different opinion. I see it differently. That may be true, but there's another side. I'm not sure I agree with that. Soft disagreement is a sign of mature English. It allows you to express yourself without sounding rude. Now, let's move to closing conversations.
It was nice talking to you.
I enjoyed our conversation. Let's keep in touch. I should get going. I have to run. Take care of yourself. Have a good night.
See you next time. Talk soon.
Bye for now. It was great seeing you. Let's speak again soon. These phrases help you end conversations naturally and politely. Now, let's talk about one final fluency tip. If you want these phrases to become real, use them in your life immediately. Do not wait until you feel ready. Do not wait until your English is perfect. Do not wait until tomorrow. Use one new phrase today. Use it in a message. Use it in a recording. Use it in a real conversation. Use it out loud. That is how English moves from memory to skill. And now, before we finish, I want to remind you of something very important. You do not need to know every English phrase in the world. You only need the right phrases, used consistently, until they become natural. That is how confidence grows. That is how fluency grows. That is how speaking becomes easier. So, keep practicing.
Keep shadowing.
Keep improving. And most importantly, keep believing that you can do this. Because you absolutely can. Thank you for learning with me today on Daily English. If this video helped you, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and comment one phrase that you want to start using today. And remember this, every phrase you learn is a new door. Every sentence you speak is a new step. Every practice session brings you closer to fluency. Stay consistent, stay confident, and keep speaking English.